Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in tonight. Chef Joab here, George behind the camera, and I have a special guest tonight. My man's been on Brotherly Love. He's been on The Get Down, which is one of my favorite shows on Netflix. Eric D. Hill. Also, Miss Jack.
Wow.
Okay? I'm sorry to curse you. I'm sorry to
No, that's good.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that, he gets the proper credit. This guy's cool as hell. Welcome to FlavrSquared.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
George is here. We're gonna have a good night tonight. We're gonna go ahead and do something easy to make our own mac and cheese. Well, lobster mac and cheese.
We gotta make it Gucci.
What was that?
We gotta make it Gucci.
Oh, this is gonna be fly. I like this because I just learned how to make mac and cheese. You know what I mean? Like, so being able to add the lobster to
No,
it.
this isn't like the craft food, the store-bought one. This is different.
Well, I mean, alright,
You
so
know,
I
like-
can't afford this. No,
You said you just learned how to make mac and cheese.
Oh no, not Velveeta.
Not
Shout out to
the
Velveeta, but no, not that. No, I'm talking about this.
Hey, I like Velveeta.
You bake macaroni and cheese, Thanksgiving style.
I like Velveeta. I like Velveeta. Velveeta is good. Anyways, like I said, easy recipe, nothing crazy. You guys will be able to make this at home for your significant other. Like I make it for George sometimes. He loves it when I make it.
Yes, chef.
So basically on the lobster, we want to poach the lobster. I didn't want to poach the lobster today, but George somehow convinced me, can you poach the lobster, please?
You know what, I'll be honest, he didn't want to do it, but then when I told him that he's allowed to poach it in butter, he was all in. There was no questioning that. He jumped in it.
George?
He said butter? Oh yeah.
The second he said butter, I'm saying, okay, we're in for it. No problem. We'll poach it.
Chef,
Yes.
earlier you explained to me poaching, because I always see it on menus like poached eggs and things of that nature. But tell me again, what does it mean to poach?
Poach is when you're cooking a protein at a slow temperature. Usually, for example, when you poach an egg for 3 minutes. It'll give you a running egg. So basically, you're cooking your protein at a low temperature, and it gives you that soft texture on your protein that you're cooking. On the lobster, the reason why we're doing it like this today, other than the reason that George wanted it, is that it gives that flavor. You can infuse flavors of that butter. You could use tarragon, you could use thyme on the butter. So you can infuse that flavor while it's slowly cooking on that butter. So it's something that it turns out to be good. I didn't want to do it today because for some reason I'm doing something similar next week, but he convinced me. So that's that. Anyways, we're using.
Anytime you want to convince Joab of anything, just add butter to the mix.
That's all you have to do. All you have to do is add butter. And I'm happy. We could make what is it though? We're
We
doing
made butter fried chicken last night.
butter fresh fries. That's what we did. So we have some black lobster. Actually, it's my favorite lobster. It comes from warm waters, the Caribbean. When I used to live in Florida, I used to go fishing, and I was telling Eric that once in a lifetime thing happened to me, and that is that I put the lobster on a hook, and I never saw that happen before in my life. So yeah, I don't know what's up with it. Fausto, does it say streaming on the YouTube one?
It says live, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what it says offline. I was going to ask you that, but
So-
it's been live here.
The difference between this one and the main lobster is that the main lobster is sweeter. So this one you have that semi-sweet flavor, but the texture is better than the main lobster. Usually when you go,
We're gonna get bashed from everybody for made that.
oh my God, we might. That's the reason why when you go to a buffet, a lobster buffet, they have main lobster because it's
Pause, they got lobster buffets?
yeah, dude, in Florida, you pay I think it's like $50, and you see people, bro, with a bowl like 4 times this. Like,
Eric, write this stuff down.
I'm
Anyway.
logging this right now.
we're going in. The lobster is going on the butter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front it. That looks good.
It really does.
It's
So-
like a butter bath.
Yeah, man, it's a butter bath, bro.
It rejuvenates the lobster. It makes it look.
So I'll leave it there alone. Let it do its thing. Let me put the heat a little bit up. Let it do its thing there.
Now does lobster cook quickly?
Very quickly. You have to really be careful with the lobster just for the fact that if you add heat to it, in a few minutes it's done.
It really tightens up.
If you overcooked it, it's like when you eat it, it's like you're showing up. If you you overcook it. So
I
that's
think it's very chewy.
it's
and
really
rubbery.
chewy. Again, we're going with the lobster mac and cheese. So for the recipe, we have 1.5 tablespoon of butter, same equal parts butter and flour. Remember, we're going with, I did it yesterday when we were doing the bechamel for the burger. You do a root, and that's basically how you start your bechamel sauce. So let's get that going right now. George, you could get me a real man whisk.
Nah,
You
nothing
have to
manly.
get me this.
You got that manly apron on. I don't
Yeah, you
think
get the
had
grandma
anything
one.
else manly.
I'm rocking with the denim, George. Leave him
Dude,
alone, bro.
I know.
It's dope. It's
I know.
dope.
I'm not
For
complimenting
some
his
reason, I
denim.
cannot get this to work. I'm so not tech savvy.
Okay, let's see. George, don't get my G-string, please.
Damn, I had
This guy is a chef and he's a tech.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no. He's beyond tech, bro.
This is crazy. This
He's
is dope.
beyond tech.
Eric, don't start
He
anything
sends me
with this, bro.
videos. He sends me videos of him putting computers together, and I'm looking at like, what is this? I don't even know how to plug the computer in. This guy's like putting it together.
And it's funny because I remember watching an episode of House, and it seems like people who are really good with like math and logic seem to be really dope chefs. I don't know what it is. It's just like something about being able to just balance out flavors.
Were you on that episode of House? Or you
No, I really wasn't. No, shameless plug.
I know you only watch things that you've been on.
Actually, it's like the only episode of House I actually remember.
Okay, so there you go. Oh, look at the picture, man. You're there.
Hey.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get this up, guys, before I keep going. Hopefully, I don't spend more than 10 minutes doing this. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay.
Oh, we're in customs there.
So there you go.
Okay.
So lobster is working. Let me just move that. Look at that, man. Beautiful. Manny, make sure you get close to it. And George, I want you to see what's going on there on that butter bath.
It's the
George
butter.
is thinking, can I jump in it? No, George.
You know,
Not yet,
This
not
is
yet.
actually the first time where it's like butter is like, yeah, this is all for butter. I mean, I can't think of lobster without butter. Even if you're broiling lobster and
Yeah.
up putting butter on it.
You have to,
It's-
I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things where lobster just goes with butter.
I'm going in with the butter.
I just got a question. Is the butter vegan?
It's
Oh, I
cholesterol-free.
know who I
Cholesterol free.
The Caesar adds that. Okay, I'm going with the
Soybean
garlic. Going with the garlic.
Soybean
Yes, the
butter.
butter is vegan because the cow is the best, the grass and all that, and we eat the cow. So it's vegan, secondhand
Yeah,
vegan.
with butter.
Secondhand vegan, okay? So I added garlic. You want to cook the garlic a bit, let it infuse the flavor from the garlic on the fat, on the butter, on the healthy stuff as we call it here. Again, 1.5 teaspoon of flour. Now, when you add the flour, you have to make sure that you cook it. You want to get rid of the raw flavor of the flour.
It actually brings out like a nuttiness to it.
Okay. There you go. You see that? I love that smell, man. That butter, I'm telling you, butter is life. I'm telling you guys. So you guys be telling me, no, that's
Butter
grease and
ends
this.
life, bro.
Nah. Butter what?
Moderation, George. Everything in moderation.
There you go. So you want to cook it. I didn't add that much flour. Usually if you add more, you have to cook it for at least 3 minutes. But it wasn't that much. So at this point, I know that the flour is already cooked. So I can go ahead and add the cream now, okay? So cream is there and I'm going to whisk it. And you have to bring it to a simmer. Bring it to a boil. And let the flour do its thing and get, George's favorite word, is going to get a little bit thick.
Take a sip on that.
And Eric today is drinking Blanks. Brought to you by Buffalo Trace. It's a single barrel Kentucky bourbon with a sour mash bill. It's actually the official bourbon of the
Of the
Kentucky
Kentucky
Derby.
Derby.
There you
That's
go.
right.
See that? See that?
See, we've been practicing. I mean, we had a show recently, and it looked like somebody
And
really practiced on what they
we
were
had
saying.
the hat,
so
you know.
I figured I'd practice on what I'm saying. Just one thing here and there.
You know, I've been wearing
And boom.
I've been wearing the hats for the past few days, you know, but it's too hot, so I'm not wearing it for a long time. George got that smile like yes.
Nah, I mean, if you put the hat on, you gotta keep it on, bro. I mean,
I'm
no
already
effort.
sweating, and
Listen,
haven't been there for.
if you don't keep it on, it's no effort.
Yeah. So you gotta leave it on, so you don't sway. You know.
He's showing how he can do his thing under complicated conditions. So this is how we're showing this.
I think you guys should dye that a different color.
On the cream is
I'm
1 cup
feeling
of
the
cream.
pain.
I forgot to mention that. 1 cup of cream. Excuse me. 1.5 cup of cream. Right. So we had this. Look at that lobster.
You see how it's coming out?
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
It's so
I didn't
delicate.
add it so I didn't add salt to that because the butter is already salted. So I don't want to add more to it.
I mean,
What temperature is this cooking at?
Right now it's under 150 degrees. It's not that high. The lobster was cold when I added it, so it dropped the temperature. I don't want to bring it to a boil. I don't want to do that because then it'll mess up my lobster. I don't want it to do that. So going back to the bechamel sauce, here you go. Again, it got thick already. I'm gonna lower the temperature.
see how that thick word just rolls off his tongue?
Shut up, George. And we're going to
Hey,
salt
keep
it.
it PG, no cursing.
So, maybe we need to a bit more. Not a lot because you're adding cheese to that. And you're adding, we're gonna add some pepper to that. Whiskey. There you go, look guys. Smells good. So at this point I'm gonna go with Parmesan cheese. You have 1/4 of a cup going in. Cheddar cheese, 1/2 cup. Nice. You gotta make that cheese. This is mac and cheese, so you gotta have a lot of cheese in it. And my favorite, mozzarella. It's one of my favorite cheeses.
Now, the one thing I want to point out that a lot of people do mac and cheese differently. Like
Yes,
the
everyone is
traditional way of just throwing a whole bunch of cheese in the pasta and throwing it in the oven. The problem with that with me is the cheese just doesn't convert over to the pasta. You know what I'm saying? Like you're tasting the pasta, you're tasting the cheese, and it's like two separate things. When
I'm
you
turning
make
the lobster
roux-
off, okay? Lobster is off.
When you make the roux and add it basically like a cheese sauce into the pasta absorbs it. So when it comes out, not
Look
only
at that,
is
look
it-
at that, look at that.
Yeah, look-
Manny,
Oh,
come
wow.
on,
So
look
we
at
got
that.
that shoestring
That's what we
going.
want. That's what you guys want when you guys
We're
make
always
mac
looking
and
for
cheese.
shoestring.
Let me taste it.
Wow.
So the pasta absorbs it more, and then you get a lot more cheese flavor when it comes out. And
That's good.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And we are going, let me wear some gloves. I'm not allergic, but I just don't want to get my hands dirty right now. I'm going to get my hands dirty later on when I'm beating George up.
Are you touching me?
George, I didn't take it that far. I didn't go that far, George, okay?
It's so wild because whenever I've made mac and cheese or watched people make mac and cheese, it's only one, or it's like breaded. It doesn't even matter. I've never seen like 3 different cheeses, and I've definitely never seen a cheese look like this before.
Yeah, you have to, you got to make that, when you cook with love, everything comes out cheesy and good.
Oh my gosh! I hear you, bro.
All right, so lobster. I'm gonna get that lobster out of here. I'm using a towel on the bottom to absorb the butter that's gonna come out of it. Okay. Man, Eric, get closer. Smell that lobster, bro.
Dude, I'm sitting here just my mouth is watering.
Smell that lobster.
Pause, bro. Jeez, I can't believe I had to say pause.
That was very unprofessional.
Shut up, Jordan.
Thank you. Now I know I share the feeling with somebody else.
Hey, Joab and Eric are teaming up against me. Is my mic working? I think somebody shut my mic off.
At least it's working on that. Try that. So talk to me.
I want to see Eric just spit it out like, oh.
Bro,
You got a little bit right here. on the side.
you're lying.
You nailed it.
Okay, this is going to the sauce. All that is going there.
Wow, so you're gonna combine that with the cheese right away?
Yes.
So
Because
you
it's gonna release more of the liquid. I wanted to release into the sauce. That way it gets the flavor from the lobster. I have some I kept over here. You know what? I'm gonna put it back in the butter, as a matter of fact. I wanna keep it warm. Now this is off. gonna continue cooking, but it's not gonna overcook it.
Okay.
So, lobster already in there, and I'm going with 2.5 cups of cooked pasta. In this case, I'm using elbow for the mac and cheese. You could use whatever makes you happy.
Are you cooking it all the way through, or is
This is almost al dente, so it's gonna finish cooking on the sauce.
just taking those liquids?
Yeah, we wanna keep it. We don't want mushy pasta. We don't wanna do that.
But at the same time, that's what I was talking about before. You do want the pasta to absorb those
Yes.
flavors.
Yes. That's why you have to let it cook for a bit in there. You know what? Let me not use the whisk anymore at this point because I have the lobster. It's gonna be kind of hard to stir it.
I realized now that I've started like really cooking, because I switched up my diet, I realized that the proper utensils are like key.
Yes.
Excuse me, when it comes down to cooking, you know what I mean? Just making everything just a lot smoother.
Hey, sorry to cut you
No,
off.
please cut me off.
Look at this. Look at this, brother. Look at that. That's mac and cheese.
I'll cut his mic off every corner.
No. Don't cut my man's
You have to
mic,
cut my
brother.
mic off.
Don't cut my man's mic.
That look
Anyways,
good.
look
That
at
look
that.
good.
That's what you want. Okay. Now it's at a low temperature. That way I don't have the cheese sticking on the bottom. Still cooking. But it's not gonna burn the cheese. It's not gonna make a chip on the bottom. Okay? Man, this smells good. Alyssa, you gotta try this later on. Look at that. Look at that. So, I'm sorry, I'm thirsty. This
Well,
thing
up
is
to your
bad.
hat.
Now, what are you sipping? Because I finished mine, and I can't remember what you said it was. Now I'm sipping the blend.
I'm sipping on the Brugal from America. I love that drink. I love it. Brugal, if you guys watching, we love you guys. So you should do something with us. We wouldn't mind doing something with
Well,
you.
the thing is that we can't get this bottle out here. What is it called? The
Leyenda.
Legend. So that's Bugal Legend, and it's very smooth. I have to say, like, I'm not a rum drinker, and I like it when I get a wheated bourbon or.
You're not doing your job tonight. You're about to get fired.
No.
What's up with the questions here?
There's
Please share the video.
Wait.
Please share.
Wait, you're right. I just haven't seen it. All right, you're right.
You're about to get fired.
Chill.
Yeah, so to actually have that rum and see how smooth it was surprising.
So,
I love it.
So that's the answer to one of the questions. The question was, what wine are you drinking? We're not drinking wine. We're drinking rum.
The
and
Lord's
blends.
wine.
See? Is the butter vegan?
Oh my God! Again, the same question.
No. I was just
Is Shane on? Is Shane online today?
Yes,
Shane's
that was
online.
Shane?
Shane, I missed you yesterday, Shane. You have no
Where were you
clue.
yesterday,
I
Shane?
missed you, Shane.
We
I
needed
needed
something
you.
yesterday.
Where were you, Shane? I wanted you here, Shane. I wanted you here. Who else is here? What's up with the question?
Shane wants you to Amazon Prime him a plate to Florida.
Shane,
You know
when
what? That's something we might
listen,
be able to
George,
work on.
This is the deal with Shane. When Shane comes up north, if he ever comes to New
Yeah,
York,
you gotta come
Shane
to
is
us
coming
here.
here. He's drinking with us and he's eating for free. Shane, at the beginning I said, I'm about to ban this guy. And George said, oh, I like Shane. And I ended up liking you too, bro. So if you come up north,
likes you more
you're
than you
coming
think.
over here, bro.
Aw, he said he misses you too.
Who? Shane? All right, so let's go ahead. This is done already, okay? You see that quick recipe? At home, you can do the same thing. It's a quick recipe. You can go ahead. Another thing, make sure you guys follow us. I don't want to keep going with the same thing. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest. What's the other one I keep forgetting? Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't mess with Snapchat like that, so I don't know much of Snapchat. I go in and I don't know how to work the buttons, so that's why I'm with it.
I'm just laughing because it took me a moment to figure it out.
Dude, it's so complicated, Snapchat. I think it is.
There's all this new social media that I'm trying to keep abreast of, but it's just hard.
I'm gonna go ahead and play. But somebody came hungry. He said he was about to eat at home, and he
Yeah,
said,
I
"Let
was
me
cook-
not." So
Why would I do that to myself? Do you see what you have in front of me right now?
look at that lobster, man. I keep going with the lobster, man. I keep going with that lobster. I'm gonna make the picture plate first, because Eric's plate is going in the oven. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. I'm gonna start with his plate first. The mac and cheese. Man, look at that. Ooh. If you want it more runny, you can, but I don't like that. I don't like to do that. Are you really hungry or like medium? What?
I'm gonna go with really.
Okay, so let's put really in the plate. We have
said
really
I'm
in the
really
plate now.
Starving.
And what I'm going to add there is a little bit of panko breadcrumbs on top.
Oh, so you bread your mac
Yes,
too?
just to give it a little bit of texture to it.
A little crunch.
Little crunch. Shut up. Oh my God, shut the hell up. Okay, so there you go. And that's gonna go inside the oven. Let me turn around like this because he likes to get my G-string.
Did you notice it, everybody?
Wait, when he said it, I looked.
You know what? We gotta see how much it would cost us to use Cisco's thong song as a just wanted to have it big.
And we go with the picture plate now. Pretty plate. Maybe I overdid it, but that's enough.
So Steffi wants to know how long to keep it in the oven for.
Just until the breadcrumbs are completely, not completely, just until golden brown on the breadcrumbs. That's basically like this. I did this ahead of time for the picture plate. That's what I did. So I'm just gonna put that on top. No, George, not you. Don't start.
Yeah, but I can still smell the poached lobster.
Man, that lobster smells good.
I think that's a new. I think all lobsters should just be butter poached.
Somebody said I once poached an egg for 10 minutes.
That's not
shade.
poached. That's destroying it. That's destroying it.
You know what the funny thing about Shane is he actually knows what he's talking about.
We're gonna go and put the lobster on top. Remember, there's lobster inside already. So these guys are going on top. Look at that.
Alright,
That's on top.
I gotta record this.
And now we're gonna make it healthy.
And we're gonna make it healthy.
I'll make it vegan.
Super healthy.
Yeah.
We're
Vegan
going. Well, you know what? It's completely vegan now.
As long as you eat that.
That's
bread.
it. It's completely vegan.
As long
Can't
as
go more
that's
vegan
what you're
than that.
eating off it, you're good.
Can't go more vegan than that. Nah, let's go right.
Cha-chum.
Let me go back and show you what's going on here.
Look at this.
Everybody's all in on it. I love that we're using a $30,000 Hobart as like a prop table. That's great.
There you go. And that's your lobster mac and cheese. Let me move that. Let me move this out of the way. And that's basically your dish. Lobster mac and cheese. And again, if you guys don't want to use lobster, you can go ahead and use shrimp. You can use whatever you want. If you want to use chicken, if you want to use turkey to make it healthy, which is not going to be healthy because it has a lot of cream already, and cheese, then you can do that. I mean, suit yourself. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, still going, still going. Now that we're waiting for that, I wanted to ask you, how was it when you was working on The Get Down? The Get Down was one of my favorite shows on Netflix.
Oh, dude.
I love the show, crazy. Like from beginning to end, I was like this every time. And as a matter of fact, I watched it like when I sat down and watched the show. I did like 7 hours straight. So that's how I did my show.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's how I did the show. You
You
know, he's been on a bunch of movies and The Get Down, I loved it. Orange is the New Black is one of my favorite shows. I watched, the last season was crazy as hell. I loved it. I love that season. The third season. I mean, my man over here, he's going out big time.
Ah, man,
you know?
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you coming over here. And tell me about when you worked in the Get Down. Tell me about that.
So the Get Down, that was probably one of the most like incredible experiences, mainly because being from the Bronx and then representing one of the founding fathers of hip hop who's also from the Bronx, like was crazy. Is that I actually got the phone call from my agent that I was going to play Kool Herc while I was going to see my bro who lives on Cedric Avenue, which is like right down the block from where Kool Herc was having his from the party where we shot that. I mean, excuse me, that was weird. Where the house in which we shot that party, like where it was supposed to be, I was 10 minutes away from that when I got the phone call saying that I was going to play that character. So everything about that experience was surreal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was dope. It was dope. I mean, and then on top of that, they told them an incredible story.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just about the birth of this entire thing that's morphed into like $1 billion industry, and yet it started like where this is. Like,
started here in the Bronx.
And that's how everything is, man. You know, just everything grows. If it just works, it works, and it blows up.
And it's just nice to know that it blew up, like starting here, home in the Bronx, which is where this is starting, like here, home in the Bronx.
Starting here in the Bronx. And I wanted to ask you, what's it fun working with the cast of Orange is the New Black? Because I mean, the whole thing is so funny. Like the stuff they do there is like crazy. It keeps you glued to the, you know, to the couch, and you're like this all the time, just watching that show. You know, it was real good.
The women on that show
They're nuts.
are like, first of all, they are dope. Like, I mean, ridiculously trained actors. Like, just in and of itself, like just them being people who are dedicated to their craft. There's that, but then they're just like dope people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, somehow, I don't know why, but I got invited to like this meeting about like PR for them, like when I was done filming, about like how to go about promoting it and like what pictures you can take when you're on set. It seemed way above my pay grade what fucking I was doing. So you just hear them. They're like stand-up comedians. They're just throwing out like just random things throughout the entire day, and I'm like, all right, I understand it. Because when you guys get on set and you're together, I can see how this all works. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? And that's what it is. It's all about chemistry.
Exactly.
Everything you do is about chemistry. It's all
Well,
about chemistry. And you can also see when the chemistry starts ending. You know, like when everything starts falling apart and you see shows canceled, you see the chemistry.
Yeah,
just
sure.
dissolve.
Disappear.
Something's just weird about the show.
Yeah, it's just not it anymore. Yeah.
That's when you start finding new shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So this just came out.
Oh.
Very
Yes.
successful. And somebody dropped the ball here. What's it mean?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna tell you.
It's never, the one thing you gotta know in here, on this show, it's never Joab that messes up.
No, we
So
forgot to
anytime-
get forks and knives for him. That's what I'm talking
They're
about.
right
That's-
Really?
Oh, we have it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Joab.
Sorry, I forgot to have the best teammates, and then I had to, you know. I
I've
had to-
never ever seen Eric eat with a fork and knife.
That's because I only eat totones.
You know who lives?
No, the last time I seen him eat something with a fork and knife was when he had the buffalo wings.
No.
That's it.
Nah, bro.
All his followers.
Just threw that out there, bro.
Yeah. All his followers is
Right
right
on
on
this
this
bib.
bib.
Give him a little thing.
He came prepared.
Oh, look at that. Be careful, it's real hot. Like George. I didn't say that. Let's put this here. Careful again. Ah. Go ahead, brother.
Yo, the
Tell me.
everything is like welcome.
Tell me. Let's see. I'm gonna be quiet now. I'll let you do your thing.
Let's watch Eric put protein
Let's
in
watch
his mouth.
Eric go in there.
Yo, this guy George.
All eyes on you now.
All right, I can't even find the people.
Let's get the money shot. No, I'm sorry, the protein shot.
The protein. All right, I want a bigger piece.
Yeah,
of
that
pie.
shit look hot, man.
He's
Yeah.
like, no, wait. I cut it.
Better want to chill for a
I
second.
got it too little. Hold
That
on a
is
second.
Pretty hot.
Yeah.
Pose for the camera.
It's real hot.
You
All right,
know,
I'm gonna wait a second. 'cause
Eric
this
is
is-
healthy because he actually took a branch. He took a branch and
I'm
two
breaking my
things
vegetarian
So
diet.
why don't you
today.
start with a little bit? Because this seems too hot, you know.
Yeah.
out. Nah, you know what? Let him do it. I think that'll be
All right,
good.
all right.
That's gonna be good TV.
That's not a good look, and I'm gonna explain why. My mom gave me that look one night. I came home at 7 in the morning, and she was waiting in the living room for me. She's like, "You're about to get it, boy."
You ever heard about something being so good it make you slap their mama? That's the reason why I looked at you like that, bro. It's good shit. Hey, bro, yo, this is
Hi, Mom. I know you're watching. I love you.
I love you too for making him. Bro.
How's that, bro?
Gosh, this is really good. Like, I wish I could describe it. Like, I don't have the vocabulary to describe what's going on.
Don't you hate that when you want to say something, but you can't sound fancy like
Nah,
everybody
I'm
else?
gonna just shut up and I'm gonna just eat.
You know, one of the cast members from Orange is the New Black. She lives next to my building. Daya. In 108. Well, let me not say the address. It might not be good.
Daya or Dasha?
Dasha. I don't want to say the address because I don't want to, give up anything from,
That's my homie.
That's your girl?
All right.
Breathe, bro, breathe.
One day, hold on. Before
Alright,
you
tell
go
me the
there.
story, tell me the story, because I got a story.
One
You tell me
day,
it.
Eric some water in the fire extinguisher.
After watching Orange is the New Black, I went out, you know, I'm leaving my house, I'm leaving the building, and I see her. And I'm like a little kid, like,
Yeah, she's
you
always
know, like
another
that.
stalker.
So I'm like, you know, if you know somebody to cook for you before or anything, call me. And inside of me, when I left, like a block later, I'm like,
Wow, that was your
dude,
bitch
dude,
mom?
did you even give her your number or your info or whatever? How's she gonna call you? I was like, you such a dumbass, man. That's what happened when I saw her outside.
I mean, moments like that happen. I feel like if I ran into somebody, like, you know who I know I'd get crazy like that for? Probably LeBron James. I forget everything. I just be like, yo, bro.
Yo,
And I
Eric,
just
you know what?
freeze
I've
up,
been
bro.
meaning to tell you this for a while, but you look like a baby version of LeBron
Yeah.
James. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
what
I look like an anorexic
You know what?
version of LeBron
If they
James. That's
came
what I've been
out,
told
if
before.
they
in my
came
life.
out with a movie about LeBron James' life,
When he was a
every
kid.
has to play him when he was in high school.
Yo,
He
that's
was
true.
like 6'8" when he was in high school. I had to
That's
play him when he was
bad,
in
dude.
middle school. He's huge.
He's in 5th grade.
But let me tell you something about Dasha, bro. So, I used to be an admissions, an assistant admissions director at this program that I graduated from. Dasha was a student there. When I would work with her as an assistant coach, I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this moment. Yo, you're a real one. Just because you stuck and like followed your dreams for this, peep this. We used to study in a hotel. You know what I mean? Like we had the Roosevelt Hotel, and we'd rent out rooms. So one day she was like, "Yo, Eric, just work with me on my monologue real fast." And she took me to the side, so we're working on it. And I was like, "All right, this is pretty dope." And she goes, "Do you think I'll be able to make it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro. If I'm able to make it, like you could definitely, and not make it, but I mean like book a project on television." She goes, "You know, because I'm thinking about it," and she honestly thought that her shape was gonna be a hindrance to her success.
That's what makes her. That's her person. Like the whole thing about her is her. I mean, not for nothing. I'm Dominican. That's my type of girl. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you,
That's
brother.
my type of girl. And when you see somebody like that in TV, you be like, we need that.
And that's the crazy part about it, is that she represents the realness. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, she's just a genuine person. I mean, she was so sweet, so kind. I remember the dopest experience was one day I ran into her on the 4 train, or the 5 train, and we got stalled on 149th Street. And she and I had to walk to 125th, right? So she tells me, she goes, "Yo, Eric, and I got this I booked the show. It's a small little show on Netflix, but I don't know, who knows?" I was like, "Yo, bro, it's a start.
Exactly.
Who cares? Like, you're doing your thing, you booked the television show." Next thing you know, maybe like a month later, I'm on Times Square, leaving an audition, a shitty audition. I had a horrible time. And her face just goes right past me on a bus. And I was like, "You go ahead, girl. Like, you really made it." You know what I mean? Now it's like season 5. So shout out to Dasha. But she's from the Bronx.
And she's from the Bronx too.
Melinda asked a question. She said, "You said you were starving. Why aren't you eating?"
Because
She's
Melinda, you know
jealous.
that I
We
talk
got
a whole
caught.
lot, bro.
Melinda, not everybody can eat with their mouth full. Or talk with their mouth full, should I say?
Melinda be like, that's right.
His words, not mine.
I'll deal with her next week. No biggie. Anyways, guys,
We're not done.
we're not done. I know we're not done, but I wanted to say it's an easy recipe. Anyone can do this. Remember, you can substitute the lobster for whatever protein that you want. You could do a chorizo mac and cheese. You could do a truffle mac and cheese. You can do shrimp mac and cheese. I mean, it's endless. You can go
Bacon.
Bacon.
Something I like doing is taking pulled beef or
pulled beef. Yeah.
pernil.
Yeah, pernil, you could mix the pernil with it. You know, it's really good as well. One of the main things when you're doing something like that with pernil, you have to add that texture. So you can go with the taco breadcrumbs. Remember that when you're doing something like that, you have to add texture.
You know what's actually really cool? If you do pernil, we got the chicharron.
Yeah.
And chop that chicharron
Chop
up
it.
real good, and then just sprinkle it on top.
Yeah,
That's
sprinkle
money.
it on top.
Money.
That's
Or
money.
brisket. Another great thing. I mean, mac and cheese is one of those things you just go with anything.
Yeah, I give it to George on that one. He's right now, so I'm
Except
not
for
gonna
sushi.
Go. I'm not gonna
Don't
go
do the
on
sushi thing, Aaron.
that. Anyways, that's about it. I'm not gonna keep it long as yesterday. We went overboard yesterday. Thanks to George. and he
Yeah,
stirred
I
burger.
messed up yesterday.
You know, he wanted to do it. I said, I got you. You're my boy. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it. I got you. You want more?
I'm
Go.
just trying to figure out if that picture plate is like just for the pictures, like. I'm gonna kill this.
He wanna.
He got a couple of pictures of it. If you wanna jump in, we'll have,
Alright,
no,
cool.
I said, I'm over the phone. Wait, wait,
we
wait.
have no problem with that.
Call a heck, something. That's mine.
You know, something I haven't been doing is that I haven't been posting the recipe on Facebook when we do the show.
Yeah,
Also
right.
YouTube, I will do it. I will post the recipe tonight or tomorrow morning so you guys can go ahead
To
and have
Joab's
the-
defense, he does forget things like to tell people to share.
Yes, please share, share, share. My show, our show, because it's a bunch of us. Our show depends on you guys to succeed. So I need you guys to share it, tell your friends and family about our show. We need your support, honestly. We need your support. We've been doing this, out of pocket, so we need you guys to share it. And it's not cheap, trust me, it's not cheap.
I'm not
so
sharing.
I need, you're not sharing?
This is all me. I'll share the video. I'm not sharing.
Yo, that plate is hot and he's grabbing it with his hands.
He forgot his hat.
Anyways,
Let's
next
read
week,
off some questions.
Yes.
We didn't answer any questions.
we
today.
didn't. You know
No,
what?
listen.
Keep eating, brother.
All right.
All right, here's the deal. Here's how
like-
we're gonna,
I
here's how
thought
we're
I-
gonna do it
Keep
today.
eating.
Here's how we're gonna do it today, all right? While Eric is eating, he's gonna ask the questions.
Oh,
So he's
all
gotta
right.
read off the questions while eating.
All right, that's fair.
No, brother.
I wanna see how many pasta noodles
Eat
gonna get
your,
on the keyboard.
mac and cheese. Gooey cheese love. Yes, Shane. Shane, I'm not kidding. If you come if you come to New York, you're coming over here. Trust me. And we're drinking and we're eating, brother. I'm not kidding. You can come with George if you want. George is coming over here, so let's see. Let's call up.
Well, why'd you say you can come with George? I don't know.
No, George. You met George before.
The one in Florida.
Yeah, he met him before. Okay. What's the temperature? Steffi, the temperature on what, Steffi?
On the oven.
On the what?
On the oven.
On the oven to get it toasted, I put it at 500 degrees to get it golden. To get it golden on the panko.
Jasmine wanted to know if we're putting this on the menu here at Pepper.
It's okay. We do have it on Steppins. It's on the menu. It's not lobster mac and cheese, but if you guys want to add the lobster to it, yes, you can do
And
that.
also the one that we have on the menu is actually truffle mac and cheese. So it does have truffles in it. That might not be everybody's thing. Truffle is one
I
of
rock
those
the
eclectic things. Yeah. I
Nah.
see. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I can't eat it.
I love
truffle. Truffles is one of those things
I love truffle.
where
No,
I guess it's too rich for my palate. Is the best way to say
Understood.
it.
Okay.
No, the thing is that some people they overdo it. They grab the bottle, they shave too much. Or I mean, to me, you could shave all the truffle you want on mine. I don't care. But a lot of people they add a lot of it, and some people they don't like the taste of it because they just don't like it. That's basically what George, that's George's problem. He'll eat it, but he has to be really like
Yeah, real light on the
real
truffle.
light on the truffle.
Like
Couple
one
pieces.
little sand pepper or something. Yeah,
Back when I used to, 'cause I stopped today. I'm cheating, but I stopped eating meat.
Yo,
Back when I used to eat
they
steaks.
saying here we go again with LeBron.
Oh, here we go. I used to pan sear steaks in truffle oil,
Yeah.
and that, bro, then have a little
Really?
broccoli. Hell,
Steaks with truffle oil? Oh man, I'm
We can
sorry.
try that.
No.
I've seen
Don't
your
give this
plates.
dude idea.
Yo, shut up.
I've seen your
You
plate.
heard your eye, you're like, we should try it.
I don't
We should
plate
try
well.
that.
Don't be tempting the vegans. What happened, man? No. Don't be tempting the vegans with the green stuff. I mean, come on. You have to add some greens to it just to make it healthy. This is too much. Too much green is not healthy. You add one piece of green, that's it. That's your salad. That's enough of it. You gotta have a lot of bacon or a lot of, chorizo.
Guys, keep in mind,
I
no
don't co-sign
children
that.
are watching the show.
I don't come second.
Sean said that looks amazeballs. Yo, that's a new word. I never heard that before.
I'm not saying that word ever. I'm
Amazeballs.
not. That's something you can say all you want, bro.
What am I cooking
I'm staying away
next?
from
It's a
that.
thing. It's a thing.
That's a new word for me. I can boil water. Yo, Shane's going in, bro. He said he can boil water.
You know what? The sad part is, the sad part is even little common sense things are just hard for some people to grasp. And yeah, I've seen people that can't boil water. And
George.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm
No, you're
sorry.
fine.
Donnie and Steffi, remember when we did the lamb shots? I
Yeah,
mean, the
yeah,
lack of
yeah,
lamb?
yeah.
They're saying that they need a redo because we did cook for them, but the show didn't go on because of the problems.
You know what? Yeah, I mean that's something that we talked.
We can do
actually,
that.
We actually talked about that because it was such a great episode, like
Yes.
video, and it just didn't make it because it was bad. I mean, it just kept chopping up, and it was like, and then it's like you have other videos where you wish that happened, like so you can toss it and not complain about it. But
No, we can do that, definitely. We
Yeah.
can rearrange
gotta post
that.
that.
We can arrange that. We can do that, yeah. And that's it. I would definitely want to come in. How much
See,
are the tickets?
I wasn't doing that bad.
No, you didn't. No.
See?
You wasn't. Just keep eating your pasta because you just screw up tonight. Okay? You did. You
You
did.
know what? It's not a bad punch.
dude, I mean, in all honesty, all right. Do you know how much you made in this pot right here? And almost more than half of it was in his plate.
You know what, guys? Go ahead and
It's
join
not.
in. Go ahead and join in. Do the other one. Don't, okay.
No,
forget
yo,
it.
you wanna get beat up? Yo, he went like, yo, you went like, yo, who he talking to? Huh? Not with the guy with the two camera there, right?
Oh man, you know what? I'm sorry, Joab, because I'm actually using Joab's. This is Joab's utensil. Right?
Show
This
them.
is Joab's basting spoon. This is a very important part of
If I don't have
Joab's
that
life.
spoon, I'm gonna be in a real
This
bad
hole
mood.
right here,
So
this
he-
hole was made specifically for Joab.
So he's
has
feel like a
necklace
sponge bath?
that it goes on.
Dude,
Yeah, I'm
they
not
have
joking.
my name on the bottom.
He actually sat there etching his name. Well, you can't see it now because of all the cheese. But he etched his name on this spoon.
Okay, let me tell you the story why I did that. Point the camera on me. And my co-workers at the Peninsula, I hope you guys don't get mad. Reason why is that in my other job, my utensils disappear like magic. I put them in a container and I turn around and I go to get them, they're gone. So I said, you know what? I grab a knife and I started, marking it with my name, Joab. And that's the reason why I put Joab on all my stuff. So at one point I had too much equipment on the Peninsula and I said, let me take it home because it's too much. And then I started working with Stephens, and most of that equipment came to Stephens. So over here, George see Joab and everything, that's what happened. How's that mac and cheese, George?
It's all right.
I wish we could
I don't have
have
it.
Don't put the spoon back on the pot.
Yeah,
Yo,
double
he
dip it.
licked that spoon clean, bro. Like literally.
I was trying to get his name. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Literally,
Hey,
I'm
nah.
not joking. He etched his name in this.
Yeah, I did. I'm not lying. I mean,
See, now whenever I'm looking for a spoon,
Listen, when you
I
are
always go
cooked-
for this one.
when you're a cook, you don't want to lose your utensils, so that's why you do that. Anyways, that's the show for tonight. I love you guys. Make sure you guys follow us. Again, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Snapchat, all the social media.
Still got some left in it.
And you still got this one going, waiting
Yeah.
for you.
To be
Um,
continued.
So wait, say it again. I still have this one going.
You still have that one in there. It's yours. Don't worry about it. Ain't nobody touching it. It's yours. Next week we have. Who do we have on
We got
Wednesday?
Lord Finesse
Lord
coming in on
Finesse.
Wednesday.
I'm excited about this because they gave me. They told me my man is not eating this and he's not eating that, so I had to I had to scramble something in my head and I spoke
Pause,
to George
pause, pause.
today.
Don't make it look like Finesse gave you like a
No, I didn't
like
say
a flyer.
Finesse. I
Like
said-
a 1 year allowed to have Nah, Finesse is one of the coolest dudes out there. Eric, you know Finesse?
I've heard of him. I know.
Oh
of
yeah,
him.
you never met him?
I never met him
Lord
before.
Finesse, I've known him for years. He's one of the coolest dudes out there. He's one of the beginning of everything. I mean,
It's a fact.
anything with a beat on it,
It's
Finesse is behind it. You know what I mean? I mean, one of the best albums that Dre ever came out with, which was
Finesse.
Yeah, it's all Finesse.
It's all Finesse.
You open it up and Finesse. Finesse is out of this world, and he's one of the most humble, coolest cats you could ever meet. And
I'm actually
And he's
I'm
actually
happy he's coming next week. You know, I don't know. I never
Yeah,
met him
you
before.
know, just like with Eric, like I was looking forward to having Eric on here because I know Eric. Eric's a humble dude. He's a down to earth dude. You can shoot the shit with him, laugh with him. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna get offended no matter what the fuck I say to him. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna take it the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yo, you can see we started drinking since early. When have we done that before?
Dude, listen. When I first met Eric, right? I was like a little fangirl, and I was like, oh my god. He was like, he didn't know where it was coming from, and I was like, dude, I was watching you growing up on Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and I was like, dude, it was like my favorite show. You know what I mean? It was my favorite show, and I told him, I'm like, you haven't aged a bit, bro. You haven't aged a bit.
I asked you, you ready? This is the reason why I'm
My
asking
thing
you
is,
if you're ready.
we like having people like that. You know what I mean? And it's like we said, it's all about chemistry. If the chemistry is there, everything's gonna be cool. You know, if everybody's on the same wavelength, everything's gonna be cool. Only problems we have is when we have people on different wavelengths, and that's, you know.
Yeah, sometimes
I mean,
you
that's
have
like you
those
said, when the
people.
chemistry is off.
Yeah,
You
chemistry's
know,
off,
it's palpable.
yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just not working.
Yeah.
But yeah, finesse.
Anyways,
Looking forward to it.
thank you for watching Joab's Kitchen. I'm making that clear right now.
Joab's
Thank you.
Kitchen.
Joab's Kitchen, because
gonna throw a
FlavrSquared
spoon
is
at
my
me.
kitchen. Thank you for tuning in to FlavrSquared.
Here's
I
your
already
spoon
told
back.
you guys about sharing. Share, go see the videos on YouTube. If at one point I'm getting tired of Facebook, because Facebook is giving me a hard time, I'll put the whole show on Facebook, on YouTube. Just for the fact that YouTube does pay me if I do the show on YouTube. Facebook, take notes on that. I do get paid. So, you better start your
But
thing
listen,
working.
guys, don't be fooled though. The payment part is like 80 cents or 25 cents. It's nothing. I mean, it doesn't even cover one of the, like, we're doing so bad.
Why you gotta-
The reason why I'm saying is that people might think that, you know what I'm saying, hey, we're doing this for money. Dude, we are not doing this for
No,
money.
we're not doing this for money.
kicks.
But at the
This
end
is
of the
our
day, we
thing.
do have to buy ingredients. We do have to buy
Yeah, we are getting killed with this stuff.
equipment and all that. So, that's that. Okay?
Like, yeah. And that's expensive,
We
right?
actually stole those 3 lobsters.
Yo, let's go live. What the heck happened here, bro? Okay, I didn't even noticed.
Eric got a lobster popsicle.
Thank you for coming in, bro. I would love to have you again in the show, man.
Thank you, brother.
You know, I would love to have you again. I hope in the future you can come back. I wish you the best. You're a great actor, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, man. It's been an honor, and I really appreciate this meal because I don't gotta eat or cook.
You like the meal
It's
tonight?
lit. I'm sorry. Like I'm like slowly falling into a food coma.
So
I'm
we're
sorry.
going, and this is the official name of this dish is Gucci mac and cheese.
Gucci mac and cheese. I didn't put the G on it. You know, I didn't put the G on it.
Okay. All right,
Fancy.
camera's off.
That's
Cameras
it.
off.
That's it. That's it for tonight. That's it for tonight. I see you guys next week. Make sure you guys tune in. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you. Love you guys.
FlavrSquared.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That's it.
See you later.
Money, make sure you end up YouTube, please.
You know how? Ahí se-
Good.